everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay, so grab a brush, grab some models, grab some paints, and paint along with me. Let's rid our world of unpainted models together. Yes! As always, a huge shout out to Cody Rue. Adam, you missed a spot. Hi, Ken. So, today I'm going to be working on my Beast Boss. I decided to work on models that I'm not going to be really focusing on my daily painting challenge with because they're too complicated to paint in a day. So I'm going to work on my Beast Boss for the next week or two, get them done on the side, and add them to the collection of the miniature day painting challenge. You know what I'm saying? It'll be good. That way I can focus on the more generic models in my daily painting challenge and focus on the more interesting ones in my Painting with Jays. It'll be a cool compromise. So let's get started in this week's Painting with Jay. Let's talk about life. Yes. Hey everyone, I am back. Today I'm working on a Beast Boss. Yay! Beast Boss. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna paint this guy. He's turning out well. I've decided that my daily painting challenge, I'm gonna try not to paint my daily painting challenge models in my Painting with Jays when possible. That way, I can work on these cool models during my Painting with Jays. And right now I'm just using some blue. Some Talazar blue, and that way I can keep working on these guys on the side and focus on the model of the day separately. I don't keep them separate. Gotta keep them separated. Yeah. Also, I've been noticing I don't really know what YouTube's doing right now with my shorts, so I'm not going to comment right now. But man, it's getting weird. Like, I wonder if my videos take like a day to come out now, which is okay. If that happens, it happens. I'm not really, relying on the views, but it's just really odd. Like yesterday, I had this video. One of my shorts, they usually get a couple thousand views, and one of my shorts only had 300 views after 48 hours. I was like, oh, I wonder if it got like tagged or something, like flagged. Like, I didn't say anything wrong in it, but maybe someone was offended by something I said. It can always happen. What happened? Why did this video get flagged? Or what happened with it, right? I don't know. So I looked, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then all of a sudden, just literally out of nowhere, I put up another video. And then all of a sudden, this video goes crazy. Like, goes absolutely crazy. And all of a sudden, within 20 minutes of me putting up the next video, my video went from 300 views to 700 views in like minutes. And then within another like 10 minutes, I had 1,000 views. And it was like, what is going on here? Why is this happening? Like, I don't get it. Why is, I don't know idea. So I have no idea why people, like YouTube is recommending certain videos a certain way. I have no idea. But, so enjoy it. I appreciate y'all watching the videos when they come out. I have been intentionally trying to not... I've noticed that sometimes like it messes with the video views or recommendations if I put out a short at the same time as a long video. So I try to stagger them throughout the day if I'm putting out a long video and a short video in the same day. Like today, I'll put out this video later on. Yeah. So, yeah, I like this Beast Boss. He is so cool. I am excited to paint him. And I'm going to work on him today. Again, I'll just paint for him for like an hour. I don't really know how far I'm going to get. But I'll paint. Like, as long as I'm painting a model, that's all that matters, right? I'm well along in my... Oh. I missed a spot like Adam. Adam, I missed a spot. But Adam, you missed a spot. Oop, there goes paint. Yeah, as I said, we're going to just keep going. I'm going to get as far as I can on this model, but if I don't finish it, that's okay, because I can paint it next week. Or, if I get him done in my spare time, cool. But I do have a few left of my Beast Snega boys. Yes, I do. And then after that, it's going to be a bunch of orc, like 2nd edition orc boys. The plastic ones. I've started them. Here's a preview. Here's one of them. I was just doing test color. So, cool. They're coming along. They're coming along. You know, again, I'm trying to do a test color. So, I'll paint some silvers. And as I said, today, I'm just going to paint for a bit, see how long I can get. I think I only have like an hour left to film. I have to really I have to really clean out my camera. I have a bunch of old footage that I need to eventually edit and render, and, you know, so I gotta do that next little while as well. So. Yeah. It's cool. What else? It's been a week. Been a busy week. You know, it's been a busy week. I put a couple videos this week. It's good. My shorts are still coming along. My miniature painting of the day, model of the day. I cannot believe, you know, I've gotten my Beast Naked Boys almost done. They'll be done in the next few days. And that's cool. You know, it's really cool. I've been wanting to paint those guys for so long. It's really cool to have them done, you know. And then when this guy's done, he'll get to lead them. You know, and I get it. As everyone keeps saying, orcs are not competitive right now. I know, orcs are not competitive right now. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But I'm still gonna have fun. That's what an orc player does. We have fun, regardless. And there's always the chance that we can get an update. Rebalance. You know, that's a great thing. Once your army is painted, you're in it for the long term. You can, if your army's not good right now, maybe they'll be good in the future. They tend to go in waves. Or they can be fun. That's all that matters, right? I'm not trying to win tournaments here. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to bring a painted army that's based appropriately and have a good time. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Just have fun, right? That's what it's about. Yeah. This guy is so cool. A lot of cool detail, but it's like the perfect amount of detail, I find. He's not overly detailed. He's not underly detailed. This is supposed to be silver. He's a good amount of detail. Proper amount of detail here. But he's coming along. Again, like, this is not a... This stage, I'm not that far from done. This guy. If I did like 2 painting with J's on him, he'd probably be done. That's the beauty of slap chopping. You work hard, you paint, you have a great time. It tends to fly by when you're slap chopping. Oh, got any guys there. Yeah, he is so cool looking. This is by far my favorite model I've painted so far in this painting challenge. The ones I'm really looking forward to are the Squig Riders. They are so cool too. And obviously, the piece de resistance, whatever you pronounce it. The stomp at the end. That's my reward to myself for this entire painting challenge. Besides, of course, having a fully painted army, which is going to be amazing to feel that way. Having a painted Stompa is just going to be so cool. There we go. Look at this. He's coming along. I'm going to give that a second to dry. I don't even know if I have a color right now to work on. Yeah, I could work on the teeth. Maybe the blue. Yeah, maybe the blue highlights. No, I can paint the bones. I have to wait a minute or two to paint the it a second to dry. Paint the chords. In the meantime, paint the chords. What color should the chords be? One red, one green. Green wire, red wire. Why not? Green, contrast, orc flesh, why not? The cool thing about using a different orc flesh, I'm using my bright tones, is that I can use the dark green later on, and it doesn't look silly when I have orc flesh colored wires. Long red wire. Got the red wire, the blue wire, or the green wire. What else? It's been a busy week. I went golfing today, but my course is a walk-on course, and what I try to do is I try to get there as quick as I can after work. The moment it didn't work, I try to get there. Today I was delayed, so by the time I got there, it was way too busy, so I didn't go golfing. I went and did driving range for a bit, came home. The problem is if you get stuck behind a bunch of I could play a whole round of 9 holes in like an hour if there's no one in front of me, if I go at the right time. But if someone slow or the foursome is in front of you and you're playing, it could take it's taken me 2.5 hours before to play 9 holes. And that's the problem with this with a walk-on course, because anybody can walk on, right? And it's not evenly dispersed, so it just kind of happens that way. Yeah, kind of annoys me. So, it happens. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's okay. It happens. What else? Of course, the Grey Knights went on pre-order. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. It's a little zoomed in. Let's zoom out. There we go. Better. Perfect. The Grey Knights went on pre-order. And the Black Templar. And I'm just using some Imperial Fist Yellow. Cool. Have I painted the eyes yet? Already painted the eyes. War paint. Alright. Paint bones. Bone areas. I'm going to pre-paint the bone areas with Wraith Bone. I had to buy some more Wraith Bone. I was literally at it. There's a cat looking at me right now. But it's not my cat. That's interesting. There's literally a cat staring at me at the window. But it's not my cat. No. I gotta get more Wraith Bone next time I'm at a GW. I was at a GW the other day. Warhammer store, whatever they're called now. Excuse me. Near my house. I gotta get... Next time I drive by there. Alright. Can't wait till this guy done too. I'm almost halfway to done my painting challenge, but it's a very interesting second half. Like 50 or 60 of the models remaining are just grots. They're little plastic grots. So, take that as you will. It's not going to be the most interesting second half. But you got to get it done. You got to paint all your models, right? Not just the cool looking ones. find that happens too much, is that people just focus on the cool models, like this guy. They don't give love to the other models. And then at the end, they're like, well, they paint all the cool models, and then they're like, well, I want to go to a different cool model then, right? It's always cool mini or not, basically. And then you finish, and then you don't want to paint the other ones. So you're like, okay, I want to paint this one. And you're like, well, I'm justifying it because I'm painting another model. Like you go and you buy a new model, or you want to paint the new models, and then all of a sudden you have all these collections of these lesser cool models, right? And I found myself, I've been guilty of that in the past slightly, not really. What I typically do with my painting challenges, as you know, is that I intersperse the cool models amongst the less ones, because that way you can have something to work for, right? To work towards. Something to be excited about. And I know I painted these Beast Snega boys early on, but I guess I painted 35 commandos before that, and then 18. So I painted 55 miniatures before the Beast Snega boys. And then I'm going to get them done. And then I'm going to paint a bunch of boys, and then I don't even know from there. Maybe this guy will be a miniature of the day. And then I have some flash kits. They're cool. They're very busy. That's why I'm going to paint them with a couple Penguin Jays, I think. They're very, very busy models. They are annoying. They are annoyingly busy models. They are one of the least model. I love the look of them sometimes. They're cool models. They've been really strong in the past, especially when they were in the elite slot before they were moved to the heavy slot years ago for 40K. But of course for 40K. I don't like them. They're really busy. You know, if they took away like 20% of the busyness, I think it would be better. They're just very, very, very detailed miniatures, but they're overly detailed. I find that they're orcs, right? They forgot like the essence. You know, is orcs are simple. They don't need to be so complex. It's like the Cones of Dunshire. You forgot the essence of the game. It's about the cones. I hope some of y'all can recognize that reference. Or water is the essence of wetness. And wetness is the essence of beauty. Merman. 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 Alright, I'm gonna go gross, dirty metal with this. Let's do it. Yeah, this is way too clean. I think we gotta add some non-oil and Agrics Earth Shade into the... Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's make him really dirty, because this is too clean. He's way too clean right now. He's a beast boss. He's rustic, and, you know, this is way too clean of metal. And if I went just pure non-oil, way too clean. You know? So I'm just going to take it on oil. This is all going to be bronzed. And a huge amount of Agrics Earthshade. Let's make it dirty. So dirty. Water is the essence of witness. It's about the cones. I have too much fun. I've been loving this painting challenge, to be honest. Ooh, it's way too much. Yep. You forgot the essence of the game. It's about the cones. Adam, you missed a spot. Just saying. I don't think Adam watches my videos anymore. But the best part is, I don't care. He's missing spots, and I'm reminding him that he missed spots. You know? Friends don't let friends miss spots. That's what I'm saying. Friends don't let friends miss spots. Very, very cool model. Love it. He's coming along very well. Like I just think he's a. He's gonna look awesome. And then there's a beast boss on a squig sword that I'm gonna be painting in the future, right? I'm gonna do one as the character, one as a beast boss. You know. Yeah. But I'm. It's hard not to be happy when you're making progress like this on your minis. The key is just, I'm not buying new minis. Don't do it. Those probably should have been silver. Whatever. I'm making bronze. Yeah. That'd be badass. Let's do it. Make those bronze. This brush is starting to feel really toasty. It's getting pretty bad. I've been using this one brush for pretty much this entire painting challenge of my miniatures. So, all right, and the gun. The gun can be a little bit cleaner. No, you know what? Everything just messy. Everything messy. Oh, I should paint his little wire. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Make that a little dirtier. There we go. Look at him. He's coming along. Now that that's been applied, I can do a lot. The metal shading is actually is one of the rate limiting steps. Once I get past that, it really opens up a lot of, like it really accelerates the painting process. Use some Skeleton Horde. My final step is really just, after I'm done all my colors, I go in reverse. And I then paint all the areas in reverse. I just highlight backwards, starting with the most recently shaded area, or speed painted area, and then work my way backwards. Come along. He's going to be cool. I'll shade him up after this. Or highlight him up, sorry. Been a crazy week. Yes. else? Yeah, for 40K, the big one, of course, was pre-orders, which is cool. Heard of rumor, like, there was a video on it the other day. Apparently somebody in a tournament was caught cheating in, like, a team tournament. Had a bunch of dice with no ones on them. Brutal. Why would you do that? Why do people make fake, like, those cheating dice? I don't get it. It just isn't worth it. Your reputation is worth infinitely more, and winning, like, every day. And I've had this, again, because I film battle reports. I used to film things all the time. I'd rather lose any day playing fairly than lose. I'd rather lose playing fairly than win cheating. I never cheated I never intentionally cheated ever in a game. I did, like, occasionally, it happened, like, in most battle reports. One of us would miss a rule, or, mistake in the addition. It happens. Absolutely. But there was never any bad will. Never. In that case, it wasn't like it was intentional. It was just, it happened, right? But yeah. Oh, there's a tooth. Mr. Tooth. But yeah, I don't know why you'd ever cheat on this. It's a fun game. Don't cheat. Don't be stupid, Don't be stupid. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. From the same show. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. There we go. Look at that. He's coming along right well, I'd say. Yep. Very well. This guy's gonna be so cool. I've done. I don't know, maybe with the eye. Paint him up after too. Alright. What do I want to do now? He's coming along. Blue. Yeah. Usually I would paint like an arm or a body piece. But in this case, there's really not a lot of arm showing. I really like that patchy. So I'm just going to do the face with the war paint. There's so much blue on this model already. But alright, let's go up from here. There we go. Looks cool. I like this guy a lot. Alright, let's start highlighting up. What can we do right now? I start painting the brass, as long as I don't mess up the shade. Yeah, I can do a little bit of brass. I'm running a brass too. Next time I go to my Games Workshop, I gotta remind myself. Brass and Wraithbone, for sure. I thought I bought brass. Maybe in my head I did buy brass already, and I just keep telling myself because I forgot that I bought the brass. I'm gonna paint that white. Those things in white. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Man, Blue Jays, they had like the hottest streak in baseball. We were #1 team in baseball for like 2 days, 3 days. And then we played the Orioles, and we forgot that we were good. And we played 4 games in 3 days. 4 games in 3 days, because there was a doubleheader. In those 4 games, I'm pretty sure we let in like 40 runs. And that's not an exaggeration, maybe 38. In 4 games in 3 days, we let in almost 40 runs. And you can't be a World Series winning team unless that's your strategy. You go, Florida Panther style, and you're like, okay, we're going to let in 40 runs in a series, and then we're going to try to score 42 runs, 43 runs, and we're going to win. Like, That's a really tough thing to do. So today was the trade deadline, and I haven't seen a lot of the results. But I'm hoping that the Jays traded for some pitching, because we can score runs, but we can't give up 40 runs a series. We can't do that and expect to win. You know? Yeah, can't do that. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I don't know why I have that in my head now. I've honestly not been watching that show. Tell me that this guy's not a cool model. I love him. This is so cool. And again, basically, he's my reward. He's my halfway mark, basically. He's going to be my 100 and somethingth model painter if I finish him over the next couple weeks. You know, because after I'm done my Beast Snaggle boys, I'm at 85. And then I have 20 boys after that, so that's 105. And I only have about 200 models. This guy will be done somewhere in the meantime. Yeah. So while that's happening, that's good. Oh, I have a little more there. I had a friend. I'm not going to finish that sentence. I'm just going to say that. I had a friend. No, I'm kidding. I had a friend call me up out of the blue the other day. It was really cool. You know, and I'm a dork. When it comes to friends or family, I'm an introverted person. I've always been a very introverted person. I would rather have 2 or 3 really good friends than 4,000 not so good friends. And I do actually feel that the cool thing about this is I honestly do feel that I have a really cool group of friends in my subscribers. Like, there are many of you that I've met and that when I'm going to, like, Adepticon, for example, I'm really looking forward to seeing y'all. It's about the people. Like, that's why I go to Adepticon every year, is seeing all these amazing people that I've gotten to know through 40K. Right? It's true. I'm not sucking up. Like, this is legitimately how I feel. And I don't want a blue wire. Green wire. And green light. And yeah, and when it comes to friends sometimes, I don't know about y'all, but I fall in this trap, my day-to-day trap. And I love my painting challenges, but my painting challenges are the worst thing for my day-to-day. Like, because I get into day-to-day pattern. Every day's the same. That's okay. I'm going to paint a miniature right now. Perfect. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to have dinner, and then I'm going to paint. And then I'm going to have dinner tomorrow, and I'm going to paint. Awesome, right? Cool. And then that's how my day goes. And that's my week. And then all of a sudden, 7 days is a week. 4 weeks is a month. It goes by so quickly. This year has flown by. And the more I'm into these painting challenges, the more I'm actually, like, into this day-to-day pattern, right? And the time flies by. And somebody asked me a couple videos ago, and I forgot to comment on it, do I have any theories of why time flies by? You know who you are. I know who you are asking that. And I don't know. I think it's just the older we get, the faster time goes, or the more we try to pack in our day. I do try to live more in the moment. I'm trying to live in today, and that's my miniature day painting challenge, right? And I really do try to live in the day. I like to actually, like, today I'm going to do this, and I'm going to enjoy it. And then I'm trying not to constantly be looking forward to tomorrow, because you can get lost in that. You can really find yourself, if you're always looking forward to tomorrow will never come, right? Tomorrow's a day. It's only a day away, according to Little Orphan Annie, but for the fur, I'm going to use a combination of 3 different browns at the same time, just going to alternate. Paint him some fur. Cool. I'm going to start with the easier one, Scrag Brown. I know it's easier, but it's close to the color. Yeah, so what was I saying? it's I find myself, a week could go by, a month can go by, and I haven't talked to anyone, and then all of a sudden a friend reaches out to you, and it's that person's not going through anything, just wanted to see how I'm doing. Watched a couple videos, want to see how I'm doing. Good, really not really really awesome. One of my friends gave me a call, and I was like, wow. And we talked for a bit. He's doing well. His wife and kids are doing well, which is always great to hear. I love hearing people are doing well. I'll talk about that after. But there was a time where the first Adepticon back after COVID was not the easiest, because I'm in a really good spot in my life. I'm not lying. People could lie, but the fact is, I don't put on a facade. Like, I'm very honest. I try to be a legitimately honest person. I'm a very honest person. People know me, and if you've met me, you kind of get that impression. Like, I'm me. I hope I don't disappoint people when they meet me. I'm just as wacky in real life. So, but I just lost track. I don't even know where I'm going with that thought. Adepticon, yes. So Adepticon, the first Adepticon after COVID, I saw a lot of people that I was so excited to see. Like all these people who I haven't seen in years, right? Because of COVID. And I was like, hey, how's it going? And again, I wasn't bragging or anything, but people were like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, great, things are good. I'm living on the east coast of Canada. I'm enjoying life. I love the air. I get to see giant seagulls. They're like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, what's going on with you? And COVID really hurt a lot of people, a lot of relationships, a lot of lives, and so a lot of people that I ran into at Adepticon, I was talking to them, and they weren't going through the best. And it was like, I was that person who kept putting my foot in my mouth, like, hey, how's your wife? Well, we're divorced. I'm like, oh, why did I open my mouth? I'm an idiot. And that's way too much. That's okay. It might dry. I over-highlighted. I can always bring it back down with a watered down. I can do that. Watered down fur shade. Just tone it down a little bit. That's a great thing. If you ever over-highlight, like what I'm doing here, way too much there. Way too much. You can just take a little bit of a watered down contrast paint, and Bob's your uncle. By the way, if you ever have an uncle, if anybody on this viewer has an uncle named Bob, Bob's your uncle. I don't have an uncle named Bob. I have an uncle named Lon, which is a pretty distinct name, Lon. He's an interesting guy. You'd have to be with a name like Lon. I'm going to make a video one day all about my Uncle Lon. That's funny. But yeah, that's a little too... I'll wait till that dries and then just give it a really thinned down fur shade. Because that's way too thick. That's okay. First step is admitting you have a problem. My problem is too much fur shade. The brass could be shaded next, I guess. Yeah, the brass can be shaded next. Let's do that. Negrex Earth Shade. How much time are we at? 40 minutes. This is perfect. No, perfect. This is a good amount of content. But I'm happy. I really am. And I really... Sorry. I'm losing... Jay has no attention span. So, I find myself guilty of this. And I haven't spoken to this guy in forever. And he gave me a call, and we had an amazing conversation. And at the end, he's like... I said, dude, you can call me anytime. And he's like, well, Jay, you can call me too. And it's true. Like, it's very true. He hit the nail dead on the head. I should have called him. I could have, and I should have. And I'm terrible that way. And that's honestly one of my major faults. You know, if people ask me what are my major faults, I say I'm too sexy sometimes, you know. I have right said Fred syndrome, I say. I'm too sexy for my shirt. I'm so sexy. It hurts. It physically hurts to be this sexy, you know. And it's a disease. It's a disease. Red said Fred syndrome. It's hard to describe, but you know, and I'm too humble. I'm having too much fun. I love talking to y'all. I really hope you're enjoying this painting with Jay, because I just talk and ramble in the weirdest ways. I hope you all don't have right said Fred syndrome too. Again, I'm old, but anybody my age and older will know right said Fred. So I'm just going to take a really, really thinned down, and it'll blend it all back together. There we go. All right, what do I want to do now? Clean up. I actually might do additional layering on this. So additional highlighting on some spots. We'll see. Right now I'm just kind of just painting. I don't really know what I'm going to highlight up. Oh, he's a little skull near his foot. I should paint the skull. Yeah, paint the skull. Most deaf skull. And yeah, and I find that I'm bad for that. I really got to work on that. That's something I really should work on, where I should be the one reaching out. I have done it occasionally to some friends. Just on their birthdays, or when I'm thinking about them, I'll call them or message them. Some of my friends, I like to just randomly send them random quotes that we know so well. You know, that's pretty fun. This guy's almost done. Like I'm gonna highlight him up. I'm pretty much done the base coats, and I'm just gonna paint the midtones now. Start building back up. Yeah. Blue. Oh yeah, that was supposed to be brass. I'll make that brass. Let's paint that up. Yeah. He's coming along. I'll be done with this guy if I painted another hour. Another painting with Jay. Ooh. That would end soon. This is good. Good amount of painting so far. But yeah, I should be a better friend. But legit, like I really do hope I can get to Adepticon this year, coming up, or next year, coming up, so that, because I get to see people. I really do want to see people. It's the best part. It is. Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe this time next week he'll be done. Maybe I'll save him for next week. But I'm gonna finish here because there's gonna be a couple colors more to work on. He's coming along. I'm gonna highlight up a bunch of colors when he's dry, and we'll go from there. But he's coming along. As you can see, he's approaching doneness. Stick a fork in him. And yeah, so we'll keep going, and who knows what I'll paint next week. So let's end now. So that concludes another Painting with Jay. As always, a huge shout out to everyone who paint along with me and are reading the world of unpainted models. Leave comments in the comment section down below about how your painting challenges are coming along. How's your summer coming along? How are you doing? Are you a good friend? Yes. I can't believe I'm so close to being done my Beast Boss. He's going to be done in the near future, which is really cool. And I'm just going to keep working on him, you know, and I keep doing a miniature day painting challenge. Keep watching them. But as always, huge shout out to everyone who paint along with me. Please like the video, comment in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more Painting with Jays. Until next time, this is Jay saying happy painting with me.